Hey folks, ARCHMAN here. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm going to do a review on the Delica 4 here. First thing I'm going to do is apologize about the sound. I'm using a friend's MacBook, and I know that you can hear the hard drive noise whining away. So apologies about that. This is just going to be a temporary video. Some folks were like, hey man, why aren't you doing videos? Well, I'm traveling right now, and I'm down in the Big Bend region, southwest Texas. Terlingua is the name of the place, near the Big Bend National Park. So kind of unavailable right now. I only have my little iPod Touch to be on the internet currently. So apologize about that, you guys, and thank you for your appreciation and patience of these videos. So yeah, Delica 4. Basically, guys, I bought this knife as just kind of to regularize my carry. Those of you that watch my videos know that my EDC is the Spyderco Military, which I still consider the finest cutting tool I've come across. So that may be one of the reasons I'm going to make a few hits against this here knife. So yeah, I want to give a shout out to my buddy Jeff in Malaysia. Told him I would. Jeff, hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry it's going to be a little bit on the negative side, but that's just kind of the way it is. So yeah, Delica 4. Things that I really like about this knife are, one, it's the fit and finish and quality of this knife is outstanding. This new bidirectional texture is really nice. It's quite grippy and comfortable as well. So that's fantastic. This guy is really comfortable in the hand and in the pocket, and I really appreciate that. It's one of the things I really like about it over the Kryptonian. And you'll see these things, the large opening hole, the manipulation, it's quite easy in the hand, and that is one of the things I really like about this knife, and one of the things that makes it a keeper. I will be using this on the river, and just no dicking around, you know. The grippiness and the large opening hole, easy access, all that stuff make this outstanding for that application. My hands are cold, wet, it's an emergency situation. Like I said, no dicking around. I want to be able to use this thing, get it out, use it, save the day. So that's how that works. So I really do like that. It's quite robust. You can see it has 5 total screws holding this thing together, and counting the pivot. And they are like Chicago style screws, which I just love. Okay, I think that the strength and rigidity of this knife is outstanding. You don't see that very often, that many screws holding something like this together. It's light, but not cheap feeling. It has a great just density to it. You know? Not heavy, not light, just right. You know? So that's cool. This is my first VG10 knife, and it's also my first Delica. So when I've seen this knife in stores, I've actually always passed it up. I just can't, I've never been able to deal with this obtuse grind. You can see just hardly any steel is taken away on there. And I feel like the only reason they would, you know, Spyderco would allow that is just to make this just a workhorse of a knife. And there's some negatives involved with that, and I'll go over that in a little bit. But yeah, so the clip is fantastic. You know, the only thing I don't like about it is the black paint. I don't know what the deal is with that, why they're doing that, but you can see the paint is coming off, and I really haven't done anything to cause that. It's just coming off, and I don't like that. I will eventually pop that sucker off and polish it, so it'll be just stainless steel. So yeah, that's how that works. I don't want to mention a lot of crap that a lot of other people mention. Watch other people's videos if you want to see more extensive things like that. So basically, guys, yeah, those are some of the positives. I might think of some more as the video goes on. But I'm going to move on to the negatives. I don't like to do negative videos, but there are some hits on this thing that I want to talk about. Okay, so first thing, I bought this knife as kind of an EDC, a smaller knife to carry when I don't want to carry my military, and also, like I said, to use on the river. Basically, you know, it is a usable product, but it lacks a whole lot in that category, and a lot of it's due to that grind on it. Basically, one of the first things I did with it, which I almost consider abuse, but not really, was cut a bunch of cardboard with it to make a fire. It wasn't just, I wasn't just chopping cardboard up for no reason. I was feeding fantastic fire pit that we have over here. And so it was a big box. I probably did a total of like 7 feet of cutting cardboard. It was all in the corners and voids in the cardboard. And alas, cutting performance was, I hate to be overly negative, but the poorest of any knife that I've ever used. Basically, and not factory edge. Basically, you know, I had to be overly careful to get a good cut. If I kept the blade perpendicular to the cardboard and sliced like that, it just tore the cardboard. It didn't cut it in. But if I held it at an angle like this and cut the cardboard, it did okay. A little bit more force, sheer force than I wanted to apply was necessary, and so that's definitely a hit against this guy. Basically, just poor all around. And also, when I had finished that, you know, very short, you know, hardly abusive job, the knife was dull, and I was totally unhappy with that. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. This is my, like I said, this is my first experience with BG10, and also one of my first experiences with any kind of imported product. I really try to stay away from stuff that's not made here in the United States. And this is made in Japan, Seki City, Japan. And, you know, they make some of the best steel in the world. B10 is highly regarded on any of the discussion groups and people who know about these things. But I'm unhappy with it. Edge retention, totally poor. And another thing that was more or less alarming, but I guess good in the ratio of things, was how easy it was to sharpen. I mean, I've never had a knife that that sharpened so fast and got, you know, razor sharp so fast and easy. That's kind of alarming. I wonder if there's a heat treat issue or something like that. But yeah, very strange. This is kind of a strange product. For my uses, all I need is for it to be sharp for 1 or 2, you know, emergency type uses, and then I'll put the edge back on it again. A lot of people will say, well, if there's a problem with it, send it back to Spyderco. It's like, oh man, you know, while that seems valid, we want, you know, I bought this knife to use, not to have it, you know, in the mail for 2 weeks. And I'm just gonna have to suck it up and deal with that, I guess. But you know, not the biggest deal, but pretty poor performance, all things considered. And that's just kind of been my experience so far. I will make a better video than this. I normally like to, I do them in my house, and I have like a nice, you know, mixing board and a really nice microphone and stuff like that, and I really prefer to have much better sound with nothing else. And this video is kind of hasty as well. So it's just kind of my initial impressions, but also with pretty thorough use. Like, you know, I did use it in the kitchen a little bit. Again, poor performance. I don't know exactly what the intentions are for such an obtuse grind, and I mean, like, all I can think of is that it's supposed to be strong. But anyhow, that's the video, guys. I appreciate any comments that you have. Take it easy on me with this one. I know it's kind of a hasty video. Thanks for watching, and I appreciate everybody who watches these videos. Palabra to my